may mga pagkakataon na yung masasakit nating karanasan ay siya palang magiging daan upang ating makamtan ang ninanais nating kaginhawaan.
Maraming nagaganap na pagbabago sa ating mundo at marami ring nagaganap na pagbabago sa ating pagkatao. Sa bawat yugto ng ating buhay, ating alamin ang ating kalakasan, maging ang ating kahinaan. Let us think, let us learn, and let us connect. Only here at TLC.
May mga bagay na lubos na magpapahina sa atin. Pero lagi mong iisipin, bakit mo sinimulan ang isang bagay? Iisipin natin ang mga bagay na ito sa mga panahong nanghihina tayo. Mahalaga rin na patuloy tayo nag-aaral habang umiinog ang ating buhay. At ang pagkonekta sa mga dati at mga bagong kaibigan ay lubos na makakatulong para tayo ay magpatuloy na positibo sa ating buhay.
Pandemic brings a lot of changes in our lives. Here in TLC, we continue to think, learn, and connect for a better future.
Magtiwala ka lang. Remember this, my friend. God's got you, and we're here for you. Let's think as one, let's learn together, and let's connect with each other. Only here at TLC.
Sa TLC, we think, learn, and connect. Because we inspire people, we empower nation.
that listen, think, learn, and connect. Only here at TLC.
Ay, ako pala. Good evening. Good evening, Coach Xenas. Para na-surprise ako. Ako pala yun na.
Good evening. Hi. Hello, Coach Loretta. Good evening.
Yeah. So you
And
will
good
be
evening to everyone tuning in to Hearts That Listen Saturday.
yeah. Maybe they will be surprised, no? Kasi iba yung nasa ating promotional poster. Okay, Coaches Adah and Coach Edilor, get well, no? Have some rest, no? Ako ngayon
Get
nakasama
well
ni Coach
soon.
Xenas. Supposed to be there are three of you would be here this evening. But
Yes.
unfortunately, nagpa-booster sila, nag-shot sila. So,
Oo.
parang hindi
So,
kanila coach, no?
yes. And
Coach,
it's my first time on Saturday edition. So, naninibago pa ako, Coach Loretta, no? Wala akong partner ngayon. No?
yeah.
So, parang exclusive yata to dapat sa atin, no? Wala dapat si
Oo.
Coach Sisoy, di ba?
Yeah. Pero okay naman. Oh, ayan, nanonood.
Ay, nanonood ba?
Oo. Sabi niya, good evening, Coach Xenas and Coach Loretta. Working mode pa ako dire.
Okay.
I believe
Okay,
before
Dad.
I believe before we will continue. Ito yung ninyong friend mo, no? 'Di ba si Ma'am
Yes, si
Barbie?
Barbie. Hello, Barbie. Good evening. One of the most beautiful women I know also, no? Hi, Barbs. She's
Maybe
based in Cebu.
she can engage with us, no? She's also a
Yes.
working mom.
It's a working mom.
And Coach,
Yes.
yung pag-uusapan natin tonight as you had a meeting with your three beautiful companions sana ngayon.
We are having the Hearts That Listen Saturday edition dedicated to women for March, no? Just ang March, lahat ng Saturdays natin in March, mga lady hosts, no, ng Talk Life channel. Ito yun, toka-toka tayo, no, kung sino ang mag-take care ng Saturdays, no, because we'll be talking about women issues, no, and because it's International Women's Month, no? March is an International Women's Month. And I believe, Coach Loretta, di ba, sa Philippines, meron
Yeah.
ding parang theme, di ba? Sa National Women's Month din, meron din tayo
It
niyan.
is more on agenda ng kababaihan tungo sa kaunlaran. Also, so we are now challenged. Women of the Philippines are challenged really. How we can
Yes,
contribute
oo.
to the
To nation building.
building. Yeah, that's our
Yes.
challenge of the women of Filipino women.
Yes. But tonight, we're talking about women at home and society. So, di ba last week, Coach Loretta, na-start niyo na, no, meron
Yes.
kayo na pag-usapan, yung sa difference ng kakaibahan ng ng roles ng women before as compared to, modern times, no? So, marami
Yeah.
ng changes actually, no? But siguro ang pinakatanong diyan, bakit why are we still celebrating Women's Month?
Yeah.
No? Kasi I think I did a little I took a peek sa internet on Women's Month. Bakit merong Women's Month? Basically, actually it started in the US pala.
Yeah.
No? Celebrating the contribution of women to the American history nila, no? So, no? So, and of course, yung mga achievements ng women doon. And I think the other nations actually adopted it as well. Pero ang pinakatanong, sabi, 'di ba tinanong kita kanina, Coach Loretta, before we started, bakit kailangan mag-celebrate ng Women's Month? Wala namang Men's Month. Bakit kailangan Women's Month?
Siguro
Why
So, 'di ba, siguro, 'di ba, I answered you before we started our program na siguro there is still a lot more to to really, because siguro especially in a Philippine society may mga ano pa din, no, may mga babae pa din na kailangan na yung our role here in at home and the society kailangan pa din i-push, no? Kasi ano siguro, even parang mulat naman talaga tayo sa role ng mga kababaihan, no, as what you have started last Saturday, na parang
Mm.
3 generations kasi kami last
Ah,
Saturday.
nice. Oo.
4, 5, and 6 kaming last, last no. My
Oo,
40
oo,
and 50 and my 60, and it was a
oo.
very good it was, Coach Ismenyas had a very good sharing, no, the point of really nung nasa yung sabi niya na experience niya na sa bahay lang ang mga babae during
Oh,
her
yeah.
time, na no need for
Oo.
the women to study kasi sa
Oo.
bahay lang talaga, yun ang ano ng ano. And
Oo.
then kang Coach
Yeah.
Beng naman is hindi na, no? Parang
Mm,
kasi in the earlier, bata pa si Coach Beng. So akin
mm.
parang mixture pa yung sa aking generation. May dalawa
Oo.
pa yan. So, sa iyo, Coach.
I also mentioned earlier na maybe in the Philippines we're a bit better off than some other societies or some
Correct,
nations,
correct.
no?
Mm.
Kasi dito, tinatanggap na natin yung role ng women no? Like, we
Mm.
had the first woman president
Yeah,
already, no? But in
yeah.
other countries, um, um, it's still a parang issue on whether women should be allowed to go to school. Meron pang ganyan na
Mm.
societies, and there are actually nations who do not have policies on sexual harassment or protection of women. May mga
Mm.
ganun pa talaga, coach.
Yeah.
Tapos meron din silang mga rules na jobs na for men lang talaga, bawal ang women. Hanggang ngayon ha, uh, at this time and age, no, merong mga ganyan pa rin. So yeah, so I think yeah, that's probably why really one reason
Continue.
why we should continue to really push for equality ganyan, no? And that opportunities be given, no, equal opportunities be given to women, no. Pero sa atin, coach, yung mga personal experience natin, um ikaw ba meron ka bang na experience na ganyan na nahirapan tayo because of our gender?
Sa akin wala talaga, Coach. I no, that's a blessing, no, na
Mm.
kasi naman talaga sa simbahan naman din ako lumaki.
Oo, oo,
So,
oo.
wala masyado, I was not really discriminated as I applied for the job, no. Wala masyadong I didn't
Mm.
experience that.
Yeah.
Ikaw, kasi grabe ang posisyon mo ngayon, no? Your role as in the
Actually,
society.
coach, no, before the job, no, yung mga roles natin, no, we play a
Mm-mm.
lot of roles being women, no. So like ako right now I'm a mom. I'm a mom
Mm-mm.
to 4 kids, no. I'm also a daughter, and I have 4 other sisters, no, kasi we're 5, no. So it's really parang it's really a women's world for me
Yeah, no?
because growing
Kasi
up
puro,
we only
yeah,
have one, only boy si Papa.
puro, puro pala kayo babae ng magkakapatid. Okay, I
Oh,
know.
and so we grew up na parang parang superior yung women sa bahay.
That's why. That's why.
And and we were also very inalagaan talaga ng dad ko. So we grew up na parang hindi kami na na tawag nito. We didn't feel na ma-discriminate, or we can be discriminated. Parang ganyan. So a bit strong women from my side. So sa work naman, no, so yung pinaka-experience ko talaga, because I've been through several jobs, Coach Loretta, no. Pero yung
Mhm.
pinaka-experience ko talaga, that I saw that emerging role of women in a
Yeah.
particular role, no. It's really when I worked for an airline company, no.
Wow.
So yeah, in the setup kasi, there were several stations, no, stations for that airline where they land
Mm.
into, no? So iba-ibang cities in in different countries within the at that time Asian region pa, no? So
Oo.
and because this was Singapore based, no? So lahat ng station managers ng mga cities na ito, no, are men, no, are Singaporean
Yeah.
men. Okay? So the except for the station manager in Davao, no, who was a Filipina woman, no.
Wow, and you are
And
the
that
one.
was me.
Just
I was like,
imagine, no?
I was like 26, 27 years old then.
You're still very young the time.
Yes, and na-surprise lang talaga ako, coach, kasi alam mo yung all these men are, like 40s above, and they know the job like the back of their hand. The experience is really there. But never ko talaga na feel that they look down on me.
Wow,
No,
that was
they
a
were they really helped me no cope with the job, no, and uh tawag nito, never ko na feel na like they would say kasi babae yan or something like that. No, no, the same expectation from my colleagues. No, they would expect also from me. So I really appreciated that exposure. So and but dito sa role dito sa local,
Mm.
medyo doon ako nag-a-adjust kasi so mga colleagues ko sa company okay lang, no? Pero dito kasi you have to deal with the authorities, no? So mga different authorities sa airport when the
Correct.
passengers land and
Oo.
all. So doon medyo may discrimination, no? Because yung mga officers natin representing different government agencies, no? Parang because they saw me na young and babae, parang halos parang minsan hindi kami napansin.
Kaya nga.
Oo, like for example, you
Kaya
have
siguro, minsan pa siguro concern siya, ikaw ba talaga ang manager? Ikaw ba?
oo. Parang, hindi ka ba yung secretary? Sobrang bata ko pa noon. Tapos, yung pangalan ko pa talaga, if you look at Xenas, pag hindi mo yan lagyan ng miss, they would
Oo.
like, it can be a late guy's name, no? So,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
So ganyan at minsan parang if you approach them hindi ka papansinin, no? So that's why you really have to to tawag nito, establish yourself, no, and really kasi like may mga complaints yung ganyan and ikaw kasi ang maghaharap niyan, no, sa mga
Correct.
authorities. So yan. So but eventually we were able to establish the relationship na okay, I'm taking care of this group, no? So for anything please deal with me, no, or I will be representing them ganyan. So I managed to survive that for like I think 8 years. I
Wow.
stayed with that
Imagine
company
mo,
for
you
8
stayed
years.
for 8 years. It's a long years also, coach, no? So talaga namang tawag nito. Kasi naman, siguro it's also a family na train ka talaga because as you have said na kayo apat. So si daddy lang ang daddy lang lalaki. And it's
The
good, no?
only boy.
Yeah, and your dad also really empowered the four of you. No, nakita niya talaga yung that's very good also. Kami din apat kami sunod-sunod, Coach Sen. Ako ang
Women,
young.
girls lahat.
Kaya nga lang si Papa, alam mo naman, sabi ko I was born in the late 60s. So in the early 60s, so 'di ba yung mga papa natin noon is talagang maghahanap ng lalaki na anak. So kaya naging 6 kami. So I do have two younger brothers.
Oo. Kaya din
Hindi
kayo
sila-
umabot ng 5, coach, kahahanap ni Papa ng boy.
Naghahanap pa din pala si Papa ng
Hanap siya
boy.
ng boy. Ewan ko lang. Basta alam ko kami 5 kami, all girls.
Hala, Coach, marami nang nag-greet sa iyo. Your beautiful daughter ba ito? Si S. Sophie. Good evening, mother.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi,
Sophie.
staff. Hello. Siya ang chef naman ngayon kasi I'm not cooking, so she made dinner for us.
Wow, thank
Diba?
you.
So,
Thank you.
hello, Faf. Good evening.
Nakasama mo ito ngayong gabi din, no? Kasi but she has a good evening. Also, a very empowered
Coach.
woman also. Good evening, beautiful ladies. Tried watching still on the road, no? Out
O,
of town.
ingat, ingat sa, ano, ingat sa
Coach
biyahe.
Dalia. Ayan mo, wala si Coach Dalia. Ano pa din ako.
Mm.
One of the
Yes.
awards. And then,
Mm-mm.
your friend is a single mom, no? Wow.
Yes,
Empowered
she
talaga si
is.
Ma'am Barbie. With 3
Yes.
years, almost 8 years. Imagine.
Yes.
Yeah,
And all very beautiful children.
yeah.
Thank you,
But
Barbs.
thank you.
Congratulations. Yes, you did
Yeah.
a good job talaga. No? So,
So,
yan.
hi, Mami. Sabi ni
Number one fan ko din. Nagulat ako, hi, mami. Tapos pag makita
grabe
nila kung
talaga.
sino nag-hi, mami, ang laki ng tao yan.
Very supportive ang mga anak. So, but si Mami, nag-work ba si Mami mo? Kasi no, we
I
talk about the
know.
women at
My mom was a full-time housewife, no?
mm,
It was not like imposed on her, no? It was
mm,
really by choice.
ah,
She stayed home and she enjoyed being a housewife, really. Alam mo yun, she took care of all of us. Parang sobrang parang palasyo niya ang bahay talaga. No? So, yan. So, wala naman ako nakikitaan na resentment from mom that she did not work. Actually, when I look back, parang siguro ang ano niya talaga, ang mindset niya talaga is uh, I'm really going to take care of my husband and my children, no? And wala talaga sa ano niya na she would be working. Kasi there were opportunities like we would give her like business, my dad
mm.
would give her business and all, pero ayaw. So she had her
So,
hands full of 5 children.
so it does not mean that you become a lesser woman if you do not,
Of
at this
course,
point of
never.
time, maybe, no? Because as what I am reflecting really, Coach, na depende talaga, no? If one really opted to be a nasa bahay lang, and he could
Yes,
be or she could be, no? I stand correct. She could be an empowered woman also inside the house, no?
she
So,
is. She is.
hindi talaga kasi minsan talaga ang mga mindset ngayon na nasa bahay ka lang. 'Di ba minsan nga
Uh-uh.
sabi ng mga estudyante ko, "What's the work of your mom?" And
Uh-uh.
"Housewife lang, mom." Oh, do not say that. It's a
Yeah.
24/7 it's a
Oo.
24/7 job. Yeah.
Minsan nga,
Yan coach, no? Yan
mm,
coach, no? Sabi,
yes.
'di ba? Did you encounter that na may mga what is your work, no? We have some engagement maybe with some women siya. Ay
Mm.
sa bahay lang talaga ako, no? Parang
Actually, nung bata pa ako, coach, I think I was grade 6 then, and um, I'm very outspoken. So one
mm,
time, yung iniisa-isa kami, oh sige, what's the job of your dad? Ganyan. What's the job of your mom? And others would like say, my mom is a plain housewife. No, so meron talagang
plain.
oo, may nakakonect na plain housewife. So ako, when it came to my because I can never see my mom as a plain housewife. She's the most interesting woman I know. In the house, she's
Wow.
never plain. She puts on makeup. No, so,
Wow.
and, and if she were plain, she would not be having, 5 very strong girls, no?
Yeah.
It was grade 6 then, and when it came to it was my turn to talk about my parents. I talked about my dad's job, and I said my mom is a very colorful housewife.
Wow.
Colorful housewife, ganun ang sinabi ko. And my teacher was saying, bakit? Oh, why do you say colorful? Yeah, so sabi ko, because she brings color to the house, to the family, di ba? Without the wife, without the mom, then the house will become very plain. Di
So
po
may
ba?
mga ano talaga coach, 'di ba? May mga babae na they choose to be a house, to be there
Yes,
at home
to
lang,
be
but they
at
are
home.
happy there. But there are also experiences, I believe that you have some friends or maybe encountered some
Mm-mm,
women also na
mm-mm.
they are forced to be there because because the husband said so. No?
Ah, yeah, parang,
Especially
mm,
may naka-encounter ka ba, especially the husband really had a good it can really provide really the family, no? So diyan ka
mm-mm,
lang sa bahay, alagaan mo mga bata, alagaan mo ikaw ang
mm-mm,
ano, no? Maybe have you
mm-mm.
encountered such an
Um, the,
experience?
the the women I know who are at home and not working are really by choice.
Wow, that's
Not
it.
because the husband are telling them to stay at home.
Mm.
But I'm sure there are women out there who are forced to stay at home
Yeah.
and give up a job, no, because it's what the husband wants.
Yeah.
No, but
Maybe
the
may mga
yung sa
stay.
ano ko wala. Mm-mm.
Wow, that's good.
Tama, coach.
Mm.
Kaya desisyon na yung ganyan na hindi mo desisyon,
Yes.
no? Oo.
Kasi as much as we want to, as much as these women wants to, want really to be working, but the husband would say you just stay at home. And
Oo.
maybe I believe that yung hindi by choice, maybe they could also be creative like your mom, no? Kung
Yes.
yeah, I would always say na I used to
Oh.
give pre-K na seminar, no, sa mga when I was still in the parish. So I would always say to to soon to be wives and mother. So if you choose to stay at home, then be creative, no, because it is not just just a plain housewife. That's a very talaga pag nasabihan na plain, no. So that is
Correct.
So nakita na natin, Coach Sen, na yung nag-involve na talaga ang role ng women sa home.
Yes.
No?
Nag-evolve na talaga siya, coach. For example, dati, di ba, when you say boss, always a man. Di ba? Parang yun ang naiisip natin. Boss, manager is always a man. But if now, no, ang ano ko lang, yung horizon ko is within the Philippines, no, set up. Normally, when you say, right now, when you look at the management level, a lot of them are women already.
Correct.
No? So, it actually just means that women are equally capable as men. Okay? But on the other side, it also means that a lot of our society is now more accepting of the capabilities of women and recognizing the contribution of women. And di ba ang sarap pakinggan na ano? Oo. No? So, yes, Coach.
We will still recognize Coach Chul. Hello
Hey, Coach Chul. Good evening po.
Good evening. So, di ba sabi ito, before we start our program, we said na, even in the PMA, even in the Air Force, and
yes,
we do have first women pilots already.
Parang
yeah.
the first time that I rode an airplane with a lady pilot, parang sobrang excited ako. Sige ako
not experience
sa cockpit na babae, ang ganda, parang diba? So, but now it has become very, common because wala namang limitation talaga, di ba? Anybody, can fly an airplane if they have enough training. The gender does not have anything to do with it, di ba? So, ang galing, no? So, yan, and in the military PMA, di ba? Yung sabi mo nga, coach, ang nagtatap, mga ladies
na. So makita mo talaga na the Philippine society is really opening up already the door for women. Whatever, no? Marami na nga, even sa eskwelahan namin, yung mga deans, mga like that, mga babae na naman, no? So, unlike before talaga during our time, no, kasi I am really older than you are. So, makikita ko pa din yung mga experiences before. Sabi ko nga, di ba, earlier na I still experience, hindi ako naka-experience, but I can still experience during our time, no, in the late 80s pa rin na talagang pag lalaki ang kompetensya mo, if we apply for a job during our time, medyo ang lalaki pa rin ang matatanggap, no? So, yun
mga promotions, coach, no? May ganyan.
May maganyan pa din sa aming time before. But now, parang hindi na siguro.
I think it's because women has really also have already been very aggressive as well, no, really trying to establish ourselves, no, in society and what we can do, no. So that's why walang choice but to accept that, because that's really the truth, no. And we are fortunate that the men around us are also supportive of that. And accepting. Di ba?
That's why I would like to ask you kasi ano talaga, 'di ba? Sabi mo you have really a high position in your company no, at the same time a mother. So how do you adjust with that kind of situation? And I believe no, Coach Siso is very supportive talaga sa iyo. And
Yes,
you are
oo.
blessed with and blessed ka talaga na siya ang naging husband mo. But no, na ano, how do you cope with that na ano?
It's it's always a balancing act talaga, Coach
Mm,
Loretta, no, because there are times that you need to discern what is the priority at that particular time, moment.
okay,
No,
yeah.
of course, logically you would say, of course, it's family who is always priority. But there are really times na, you really have to give focus to the role as a the job, to the
Mm-mm.
job, no. So, and when these moments come, I'm just very fortunate that the husband is there to support.
Yeah.
No, so for example, I need to travel, no, and I'm
Mm.
going to miss some school meetings, mga ganyan, or probably a birthday. Nangyayari yan, coach, no, nawala
Oh,
ako na
wala.
birthday, yung ganyan. So,
Mm.
and I'm lucky because Coach Sisoy would say, sige lang, ako nang bahala, don't worry about it. No, so ganyan. But syempre hindi din nawawala yung guilt being moms.
Correct. Mm.
Oo,
Yan, totoo
so
talaga yan, coach.
oo,
Kasi
may
may
mga
mga meeting,
ganyan.
may mga meetings talaga na hindi tayo makaka-attend. No, because it's good no when I was in the parish, my children were still very young. Kasi naman alam mo naman sa parish no, the meeting until evening, may mga
Evening talaga,
seminars,
oo. Oo.
yeah. So sometimes nga talaga imagine na I work until Sunday to Monday off day pero hindi mo makikita ang mga bata kasi nandun sila sa eskwelahan eh ako ang nasa bahay so hindi talaga makaswak ang mga schedule of activities namin. Kaya nga, no,
Mm-mm.
I'm also miyakul pa pud kuan ang kuan ba kanang what we say na I cannot attend the meetings and it's Diana who
Yes.
will go there no pero bro, oh my
Oo.
lord I supposed to be there. But there are
Yes.
seminars,
Oo.
there are meetings, no? So, talaga
Mm.
naman, this is also our struggle, women at work, no? Nga, talaga naman, ano, talaga naman.
And the dynamics between me and Coach Sisoy is that there are really times that I'm really very very stressed, and di ba
Mm.
minsan sinasabi ko sa'yo, Coach, there's too much on my plate, di ba?
Oo,
So
oo.
siguro na-feel ni Coach Sisoy na parang ala baka nasobrahan na, then he would tell me, you can stop working anytime, sabihan kang ganyan, no? Oo, not because he wants to impose it, but because he wants to give you relief.
Correct.
Pero
Mm.
pero alam niya na pag sasabihin niya yan, parang he would have to think twice to repeat it. Kasi na-experience namin yan, coach, na mga 4 months yata yon. I was between jobs. I resigned from a job because
Mm.
I was not feeling too well with the role, no?
Mm.
And parang I was resigned already to the idea na okay, bahay lang ako, I'll take care of the kids, ganyan ganyan. Pero hindi kinaya. Parang, parang feeling ko I was making his life miserable. Kasi, alam mo yung sanay ka sa routine, di ba? So, ganyan. So, and you feel, you need to you cannot get used to it. Yun talaga ang inano ko. Kasi, like, for so many years, you're working, di ba? And, yun. So, when I got to another job, a few months after, parang, I think it was more of a sigh of relief for him.
Kasi siya ang palagi mong makikita kasi nasa bahay ka. So,
Yes.
sabi niya, ay, salamat may work na si Xenas. Putting words in the mouth of Coach Sisoy. So, Coach, it's 9:04. Maybe, G, we could have a short break, no? It's 9:04.
Yes. See you.
See you. We will be back, no?
All right.
G, could we have a short break, G? Ala.
Hi, G.
Talagang mahina. Talaga.
Oo.
Try ko na ako, ha? Sana. Gagana.
David's Faith Insulin Plant Wine is made from insulin plant extract with infusion of healthy fruit sourced from certified organic farms such as Guyabano, Dragon Fruit, and Bignay. Powerful mixture now offers wonderful health benefits. The first all-natural insulin wine. Helps lower blood sugar. Insulin plant wine, organic, natural, ligtas at epektibong pampababa ng blood sugar. All-natural, FDA approved. Award-winning product. For your inquiries, orders, message Talk Life Channel's FB page. Call or text 0917-887-3227.
Hello mga ka-TLC!
I am Ace Perez.
And I am Attorney Migs Nograles.
Please watch Ask Attorney Migs. It's an online show that talks about our everyday legal concerns.
Yes, and you can like our page and you can ask questions and we talk about your
Halina't magkape at kausapin ng Panginoon everyday.
Ayan, dito na po kami uli.
Alright.
At ang
Okay.
maganda mong anak ay nagigreet sa iyo. Sana si
Hello,
Sandy.
Sandy! How are you there in Iloilo?
Wow. Grabe talaga. Power talaga ang mga anak mo, coach. So,
Yes.
we are talking no, on women at home and society. So yung mga
Home
ano
and
nito, yung mga I know na may ano ka talaga mga ranking file, no? So did they also share with you their experiences? May mga babae ka talagang mga kasama sa trabaho. So how are they?
Yeah, right now I have like 70% women under
Wow.
me. No, oo. Not by choice ha, hindi yun ano na parang feeling
kasi babae ka kasi
yeah, really qualified people, no? So and I'd like to have a good mix. Actually, if you ask me, I'd like to have a good mix. But you take a look at sinong qualified, no? So unfortunately or fortunately, no? So more women, no? Tsaka ano din yung ratio natin ngayon kasi coach, mas marami talagang babae din in the world as compared to men. Oo. One time coach, I was asked, I think you can maybe later you can also share, no? I was asked, would you rather report to a lady boss or to a gentleman boss?
Mhm. Oo.
Kasi I reported to, a man boss and a lady boss. And naisip ko, at first, sabi ko, you know what? I think it's easier to report to a man boss. No? Yun ang inisip ko kasi pinagbibigyan ka. And I can deal with them, ganyan. But, for the past 8 years, my boss has been a lady. No? And we are working very, very well together. So that proves to me that doesn't really matter, no? Kung babae man or lalaki ang boss mo, no? For as long as they're able to support you, no? And you're able
Kasi
to grow
minsan-
under them.
Yeah, kasi minsan mas maganda talaga pag lalaki kasi parang parang walang maraming sabi kasi nila medyo kulit itong mga babae na boss, kailangan kasi ang lalaki straightforward, di ba? Yung talagang
Yes,
they tell you right away, no? Ng mga ganyan. Kasi hindi mga ganyan ng mga klase. Pero
But women are actually also, we have our advantages as well because we are sensitive, no, to emotions of the to emotions of your people under you. Minsan na-appreciate ko sa boss ko is that when we talk, hindi lang puro negosyo, hindi lang puro numero, no? Pinag-uusapan din namin, kumusta family mo? Ganyan. Anong ginagawa mo sa weekends? Ganyan. Where do you go? Yung mga ganyan, no? So, na-appreciate mo din yan, Coach Loretta, di ba? Kasi,
also.
Plus, yung soft touch, di ba? I'm not saying that men do not have soft touch, ha? Meron din naman talagang but soft touch is parang comes naturally with women. So, yan. Yan. So, minsan when I also interview people to join my team, I really ask them, do you mind? Oo. Okay lang ba na babae boss mo? No? So, wala nga naman sabihin nila hindi.
Wala akong choice. ikaw ang boss ko eh. And I need the job. Grabe
Yes.
So, may ano ba, Scott? May instances ka ba na kasi alam ko naman na you always know, I've been in the top management talaga as you. Maybe, if I'm not mistaken, when you start working talaga na because of your experiences also. May mga ano ka ba? Did you, as you have said earlier, yung nasa airline ka, but other than that, if you engage to, for example, alam ko naman, magko-coordinate ka, ano ka talaga. Did you also experience na-discriminate ka? Or you are not being...
The companies that I have been affiliated to, so far wala naman within, no? I think as early as, when we started working, it's yung the issue on inclusivity, di ba ngayon, it's a very inward inclusivity. It's been there already for many of for the companies that I have worked with, no? I think if there were discriminations, it was really kept at a minimum that halos hindi na na-feel, no, ng mga tao. Yung ano naman, yung sort of discrimination really is when there's yung engagement with outside the company. Let's say with the customers, yung mga ganyan. Minsan kasi like, customers, no, when they are very irritated already, doon lumalabas yung mga yung mga biases, mga prejudices, di ba? So, but of course, since we are, tayo ang nagsiserve sa customers natin, we have, our tolerance has to be higher, no? But
Correct.
within thankfully, coach, wala naman, no, in the several companies that I have worked with, wala naman.
So lucky talaga tayong dalawa, ano? I am also asked by Coach Beng last Saturday about that, na discriminate ba ako. Wala naman talaga.
Although I was able to handle a case on sexual harassment. Okay, but it was one of my my staff who was harassed by another person na But so we had rules, we have rules in place.
Yeah, correct.
So right away, the role of the manager is to take care of the i-implement kaagad kung ano yung guidelines. So na naman din na follow din kung anong nasa guidelines, no, ng company, and the penalties were levied against the person who did the sexual harassment. So mga ganyan.
So talaga ng mga experiences, Coach Sen, no, yung mga sexual harassment at the workplace, no?
At least, coach, know that these guidelines are in place because that really protects also staff, no, the employees, no. And by the way, sexual harassment, coach, while it is always with the women in mind, no, the sexual harassment can also be reversed, Pwede din lalaki ang nahaharas. No? But syempre, mas madami lang victims na babae. No? Kasi baka din yung mga guys nahihiya din mag-complain, no. So
kaya nga. No, it's really a tawag nito, a blessing for all of us na may mga ganyan mga batas na pinapasa talaga to safeguard women. No, kasi alam mo talaga, as we go through the history of the Philippines talaga, no, may mga nangyayari talaga na ganyan, no, na kung sa Bisaya pa sa atong kasaysayan, no, even we were not even allowed to vote before, no, pero as we go through with
coach, imagine, coach, I just recently read, nung 70s pala, syempre hindi pa ako masyadong noon. 70s pala, hindi pala pwede mag-open ng account kung walang signature ng husband.
Oo. Grabe noon. Grabe talaga noon. So nakikita kaya talaga ang women empowerment, no, during our time talaga, coach, when I was in high school, in college, talagang talaga yan, very porsigido talaga because there were really abuses of women during that time. talaga. So ngayon, at least, no? Kaya nga lang din talaga, minsan, we shared also last Saturday, no, we've just continued. Minsan, may mga babae din na, sorry ha, this is just my own idea na sumusobra din masyado ang pagka-empowered. Kasi sabi nga namin last time na, especially kung mas malaki ang sweldo ng asawa sa
May ganon.
Kaya
Meron
nga,
ganon, oo.
oo.
So, tawag niyan, domineering.
Domineering. Kaya nga
Oo.
sabi nga ni Coach Esmenya na wag naman, no? Na sana naman na we also respect our husband in that aspect also na
Oo.
talagang kasi
Correct.
'di ba may mga kasaysayan naman talaga na minsan ang babae hindi, no, there are also experiences na ang asawa na ang ang
Breadwinner.
tawag nito breadwinner may house
Breadwinner.
husband na nga tayo, 'di ba? Sabi
Yes,
nila
may
especially
may reversal of roles.
kaya
So,
yan.
oo. Kasi, growing up, di ba yung tinuturo sa atin, stereotypes eh.
Correct.
So, anong role ng babae? Nanay, tig-alaga, doing the household chores, ganyan-ganyan, mag-market, labada is a woman's work, ay mga ganyan. Pero ngayon, di ba, men can also do that. Di ba?
Si Coach Joel nga ang tumapos ng trabaho ko sa paglalaba ngayon kasi wala kaming tubig kanina. I went to the chapel.
Si Coach Sisoy, ayaw ko na paglabahin yan.
Bakit?
Nakakalimutan yung sabon. joke, please.
Na talaga namang kaya sabi ko nga talaga na at home at this point of time parang may na tayo parang hindi na talaga kasi ikaw ang mama, ikaw ang magluluto, ganyan, no? Ngayon, nag-change na talaga, no? Kasi noon kasi ang experience, ikaw ang babae, magluto ka dyan, ikaw ang asawa, magluto ka. Di ba, usually, no? We experience, maybe some of the families will say na pag dumating si Papa sa bahay,
yung trabaho na yan. Di ba, may mga ganyan, Coach. Oo.
Uupo na lang si husband kahit na si asawa nagwo-work din kasi role nga natin talaga tayo ang magluluto so si husband yan nakaupo na parang wala na masyado yung and maybe coach this is also kaya lang ang talaga naman is we also ask help, no? Yan din ang importante. Yan ang experience ko. If I would always say to Coach Joel, parang I'm still cooking, can you do this? No, kasi minsan we need also to articulate what we feel na especially for us who are working, Coach Sen, no? Hindi na natin kaya, wag naman.
Nagzo-zoom tayo, tapos sa break, magwalis ka dyan, ganyan, tapos balik na naman, beauty ka na naman, nagzo-zoom ka, di ba? So, you need to tell your partner, hindi ko na kaya to, you need to help, di ba? Kasi, minsan ina-assume natin na iintindihan nila tayo, hello, hindi ganyan kasi ang wiring ng mga men, no? So, we need to tell them what we need. Otherwise, if hindi sasabihin, okay na yan, so we'll just take it for granted na okay. Diba?
Coach, we do have our own we do have also our engagements outside, diba? No, kailangan din talaga i-articulate. So, are you doing that also with Coach Sisoy, no? Alam ko naman talaga na sinasabi mo din yan kay Coach Sisoy na ikaw muna
pag minsan iiyak na lang ako, ayoko na, mabigat yung kasi lalo ngayon, Coach, wala kaming yaya, di ba? So, ayoko na, okay, wag na, iwan mo yan dyan, ako na. So, ganyan yan siya. In fairness, Dad, bumawi naman ako. So, kunyari, sobrang daming, dishes to wash. Iwan mo na lang yan dyan. Okay na. Ako na. Alright. Ganyan. So, minsan naman...
may mga instances talaga sa bahay na hindi natin makaya, Coach, yung mabibigat. We have to accept also that, di ba?
Yeah. We need to accept na, physically, may mga limitations ang women, di ba? But, what we're saying lang din is, there are a lot of things that, we as women and men can do equally together, no? Or pwede nating gawin, no? Na minsan better, 'di ba? Maalala ko nga, Coach, may stage play. May musical. Kalimutan ko lang yung title, but the kids always sing this song, no? So it's a very old I think a movie or a musical. May babae tsaka lalaki nagsasagutan sila when they sing, no. And the
Wow.
guy goes the girl goes, anything that you do I can do better. Okay, so the man says something and girl said, I can do better. I can sing this note, I can sing the note higher. Yung mga ganyan ba? So, and this was a very old movie, no? So I think it was trying to establish back then. I think this is a 1950s movie, I'm not so sure. But it was trying to establish then na, we are equal. No? So I can do it better. But now we don't have to say women na we can be better or I can do better than you. But we can always just say I can do what you can do. All right? It doesn't have to be like one over the other. It's not a competition. So
We shared that also last Saturday na wala naman talaga tayong who is the higher gender, no, na ang lalaki
Yeah.
o ang babae. So it's really I've shared last Saturday na kaya nga tayo sa takiliran kinuha kaya hindi sa taas at hindi sa baba because we have to journey together with men, no, na talaga namang wala talagang mas mataas sa atin. Ang importante lang talaga is we journey together with men. No? We complement each other. That's always the term that I want to emphasize also na talaga naman kasi pag kung sa Bisaya pag magpalabuan na ito wala medyo mahitabo, no?
Walang mangyayari sa atin pag ganyan. And admittedly also, coach, no, 'di ba, ikaw you're a strong woman, no? No matter how strong we are, parang mas masarap pa rin yung inaalagaan ka.
Correct.
Diba? Bigyan ka, yung ganyan. So, it's really, there's really coexistence, no, between man and woman, no. And sa mga anak natin, coach, no, I really take it upon myself na tinuturuan ko yung anak ko na lalaki. Hello, John. I hope you're still watching. No, na to really treat women, respect women, the way that they should be respected. Give them that tawag nito. You honor women, no? So palagi kong sinasabi when he was growing up, do you love mommy? Yes, mom. Okay. And so do you respect mommy? Yeah. So you treat women the same way. Diba? So ganyan.
Sa bahay din talaga yan magsisimula ang respect for women also. Ako
Kasi parang hindi ko matake kung ganyan, ma'am, na yung anak ko maging abusive pa. So,
and I believe you're too, kasi ako, ang babae ko, very strong din talaga ang personality. Grabe. Very, talaga yung babae ko ang kanang cool lang masyado yung eldest son ko na talaga pero yung babae. Siguro nga sabi nila nakuha niya sa akin. And I believe Sandy and the little girl of yours really have a strong personality.
I have 3 girls actually, coach. 3 yan siya. So there's Sandy, there's Gaby, and Rafi. Yes. And
so
Jan is the eldest.
Sino ang mas stronger ang personality sa tatlo among the 3?
Each of them have strengths. But kung relating with other people, most of them are able to but standing on their ground na demonstrate earlier ni Sandy, and I'm seeing the 2 others also being able to do that, no, and they're able to fight for what they think is right, without being abrasive. So ganyan. So I think they will do just fine.
So how is Janjan coping with the 3 younger brothers?
He has his hand full. Si Kuya kasi, I remember, Kuya, confession time na ito. I remember ito nang liligaw, no? I think meron siyang nililigawan high school or college. Sinong kinaka-ibigan first? Yung nanay ng nililigawan niya. Marunong ito. Yeah, but he is also very protective of his sisters. So hopefully, they will be able to exist in society, they grow up to be very good,
Yeah.
citizens of society, being able to
Correct.
contribute significantly, yung ganyan. No? So, yan, hopefully.
Yeah, I will always tell to my two sons na talaga namang sabi mo nga we have to respect women, no? Kasi yung youngest ko may iba kasi yung sexual preference niya, pero
Uh,
he also have a respect to women also.
yes, that's
Yeah,
very
yan ang
important.
important. And ang babae ko naman, as what I have said, no, very strong ang personality niya, but he even, no, he also respects his kuya, kailangan lang talaga minsan siya talaga yung ano sa bahay. Ano talaga.
And and I always teach our children na do not be scared to air your opinion.
Correct.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oo, stand your ground. Wag ka lang mang-away, no? In the world out there, it doesn't have to be that everybody agrees to what you think, or you have to agree with everything that everybody else says, no? Each of us is entitled to our own opinion. So, kung meron kang opinion on your own, no, express it, okay? But never make it as a basis na mang-away ka na dyan sa labas. Hindi pwede yan. No? So,
That's it.
always, agree to disagree kung pwede. Ganyan. No? So,
Very
ganyan ang so I think that is also one way of trying to build them, build their personalities pa. No, na otherwise
Very-
kasi 'di ba kung ang thinking ko kasi, coach, wala din kasing maaabuso kung walang magpapaabuso.
Yan.
You
Talaga.
do not allow it to happen to you. No, so ganyan. So,
Kaya nga lang
we're trying
siguro
to
talaga,
build up.
kaya nga siguro, there are still a lot of stories, di ba, na may mga asawa na being abused siguro, no, kasi yun pa talaga, no, maybe that's why you have said earlier na continue itong celebration natin for women, National Women Month here in the Philippines, kasi may mga experiences pa din tayo.
Yes.
And,
And
may,
maybe
sige,
And
coach.
maybe, coach, no, when everything is okay, when women all over the world are given the same opportunities as men, no, and they're able to establish really their roles in society, nare-recognize sila sa contribution nila across all nations, then maybe we do not have to celebrate Women's Month anymore. Di ba? Kasi
Yeah.
may equality na di ba? Like, meron bang Men's Month? Wala naman, di ba? Walang sinaselebrate na ganyan because they've always had that status in society na nandun sila sa taas. But maybe when everything is, equal, now between men and women, then every day should be a woman's day or a man's day. No? Wala nang dedication to whoever. No? So, yun lang ang thinking ko.
Kasi
Maybe,
naman culture also, no, it's very difficult also to change culture talaga.
yes. May
It
mga
really
cultures talaga na, fighting back.
Yeah, it really takes a lot of years really to really change a culture of a certain country. Buti na lang tayo sa Pilipinas, dahan-dahan na talaga, no? Kasi how many years we were being with the Spaniards, no? Na talagang men talaga yung di ba? Ang taas ng panahon noon. Kaya nga talaga minsan may na-experience din until now na may magpabalik-balik pa kaunti, no? Even na talaga ang women empowerment sa Philippines, but minsan may mga instances pa din. May mga ganyan pa din mga
Iba nga, coach, in our di ba minsan sa families, no? Na let's say mana. Di ba may mga ganyan? Sinong pinamamanahan yung eldest son?
Correct.
Di ba?
Meron
Oo,
pa din.
I think meron pang ganyan, di ba? Or saan
Hindi
mapunta
talaga.
yung bahay? Sa eldest son, yung mga ganyan. No,
So, hindi pa
kawawa
talaga
naman.
tayo
Oo, di
Alam
ba?
ko, it's 9:29. Sabi natin na parang wala tayong mapag-usapan, marami pa talaga, if we talk about women at home and society, especially
Yes.
in our Philippine culture. So, Kosen, your parting words, it's 9:30 already.
Yes, I'd like to say, to all women in the world, no, and to you here in the audience, let's celebrate our being women. No, we are contributing significantly to society, even at home, no, in our own little ways, and we are seeing also a lot of women contributing, no, in their society, no. So yan, tuloy lang natin yan, no, mga kababaihan. So happy Women's Month to all of you.
Yeah, that's it. No, so still watch us next Saturday. No, we still have Women of Talk Live channel. No, we continue to think, learn, and connect. So, pwede niyong ma-replay ang aming episode this evening. So, I hope that we pray that Coach Edilor and Coaches Adah and Coach Dalia would be okay, no, in their own, especially now na may mga, si Coach Dalia is may busy talaga, and Coach Edilor also is really having difficulty sa kanyang booster shot this time. So, we will pray that you will be okay, Coach. So, thank you very much, Coach Xenas. Thank you very much. Nakasurvive tayo.
Bye-bye.
Nakasurvive tayong dalawa. Good night, everyone, and see you all next Tuesday, next Saturday. Good night.
Yes. Good night. Bye.